Recording started.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Charlesonian News Network. Today, I'm going to be hosting, along with Boba Fett team here, a debate between Angry Fallout. Please come to your chair. Sir. Sit down. Fred Prod. Versus Luke Prod, 1861. Now, I have individual interviews with these people. This is our pre-battle debate now, and we're just going to let them go at it, honestly. We will be here for input when we feel like we need it. But other than that, you guys are free to say whatever you want. I'll start with Luke. Just introduce yourself to the audience over there.
Oh my god.
Real quick.
Well, I am Luke Prod, 1861. I am the leader of Lopad. I have been on the server for 3 years at this point. I've been involved in numerous wars throughout the server's history. And I am, politically, I'm a factionalist. And, yeah.
Very informative. Now, Mr. Prod, Fred Prod, sorry, if you will, introduce yourself.
Alright, I am Ferd Prod. This is my second year, third month, and sixth day on the server. And I am the leader of Aglaria. I have been here for, that's about, I already said that. And I am also a factionalist, just like Luke. However, right now, we're butting heads in this very debate.
And finally, Lemon, if you will.
I am Drew Lemon. I mostly go by Drew. You can call me Lemon, either one. I've been on the server for a little bit over 5 months, I think. I am the king of Mephisto, and I'm also a factionalist.
Okay. And if that is all, does anybody have anything they'd like to say before the debate starts?
Yes, I do.
Go ahead.
First of all, I would like to say thank you for tuning in to this very debate. And if you would like to join this server, the IP should be in the description of the video.
Very
That's all.
informative. Okay. You guys can go at it now.
Alright. Do we not have a moderator asking the questions?
Well, I figured you guys would just have your own things you wanted to ask. But if
Alright,
you want
yeah.
us to go ahead and bring something up, you just let us know.
Also, there's
I'd like
something
you
wrong
to,
with my ear
actually.
right now, so.
I'd like you to actually bring up something, Luke. Or
What would you like me
Jace.
to bring up?
Or I meant Jace.
I'll do it.
Well,
Start off, Luke. Why must you try and take over the world by declaring war on Pinkshire, months prior to this war, and then Mephisto? I want some reasoning behind that, because I'm genuinely confused.
The fact that I'm in Dankus right now is a huge contradiction to that statement, but go on.
That statement presupposes that I am bent on taking over the entire world, which is just not true. If you look back to when we declared war on Peakshire, the reason was, I know this is very disputed, but the reason was that Lopad, prior to that point, and much before, it was getting pushed around. Lopad had always been pushed around by everyone. We were made fun of. We were talked about. All those things. And one of the people doing it especially was Gravity Speakshire. And that had to end. And if they were going to sit there and make fun of Lopad, we were going to do something about it. And we did. We marched to Fort Jason without even any resistance from them. And then we have Mosquito that's left, their only ally. And Mosquito's here. And they changed their ideology. They altered it to be slackiness, to be cavaliers, as you have identified yourself. And so from that point, I was like, Slack, who tried to destroy the server, these guys are praising him now. Should we allow this to happen? And in addition to all that, you, Drew, yourself, You were posting a video of yourself involved in the grief on Lopad, celebrating it. And at that point, I'm like, okay, I've had enough of this. The Cavaliers, these types of people, has to end. And that is so far from wanting to take over the world. There are so many factions that I have friendly relations with. Talk to Wilkie. We are very good terms. Talk to any of the Spawn, the Spaggers. We get along great. I'm not trying to take them over. Talk to Denkis, the newly formed faction. We don't hate each other. I'm not trying to take them over.
We live like
So-
right next to each other too.
Yep, we do. As does Peakshire. Peakshire and I are not on bad terms anymore. I'm not trying to take them over. I've allowed them to settle within 1,000 blocks of Lopad. So why don't you tell me, Lemon? Tell me how all that makes sense that I'm trying to take over the world.
Well, at first with the war, when I was told about you coming to Peakshire and demanding diamonds, and then demanding the Charlestonian Holy Land for free, it just kind of seemed like either gravity painted as if you were trying to take over Peakshire and the world, or there was simply a misunderstanding. And I see how it really doesn't come off as you're trying to take over the world now, because you're doing all these good things with Spaggers, other factions, so on.
Of course.
Now, Luke, I have myself a question for you. So, your reasoning for Peakshire is crystal clear, and your reasoning for Mephisto here is plausible at best. So, why did you declare war on me?
I can actually answer this one. On par side of Luke. So
I was asking
we were
Luke, not you.
Wait. I'm sorry. Boba Fett, can you introduce yourself real quick? I forgot to do that.
Yeah, hello, I'm Boba Fett. One of the new members of Dankus. I've been a mercenary working for the Lopad army. And I've been pretty well known for my particular talent in wiping the Aglarian and Mephisto forces. So,
Okay, I'm sorry. Resume.
okay, yeah, you were asking him, but he's gonna tell you something that may or may not be the right answer, but one of the right answers is that we were going to try to declare war on you previously, which is why we were asking for like a bargain or whatever. And that was because you, the night we won that battle, you went to Drew's DMs and you were like, "Hey, I don't like Lopad so much. Why don't we betray them?" I'm being serious.
Yeah, I mean, it was actually it was beforehand, I believe, the battle. And Fred was questioning. He was questioning, and should I be with Lopez? I'm on the fence about it. And he was explaining this to Drew.
I was
And
explaining that to Wilkie.
explaining it to Drew sent it to me from his direct messages with you.
Now, hold on, let me pull this up. On the fence, on the fence, on the fence. Let me check this real quick.
Bro, but you can find that screenshot. I sent it to you in DM.
Okay, you
You'd
must
like
have
to
sent it to
pull
Drew, but I did speak with Wilkie about the same situation.
Well, we're not talking about Whale King. We're talking about your messages with Drew.
Well, that is true. I did believe that Lopad had it out for me at the time, but after the battles had happened, I was sort of starting to chill out. But then, you know what happened not long after the second battle, right? Or in between.
So, let me get this straight. You're scared about your loyalty with Lopad.
No,
So
I
you
was
go
scared
to the
that
back-
Lopad had no loyalty with me, like they were going to destroy me immediately after the war.
Okay, so you're afraid that Lopad doesn't trust you, right?
No, I'm afraid that Lopad's going to be imperialist towards me, that they're going to take me over as soon as they finish with Drew.
Okay, so your solution to that problem was to conspire with the faction we were at war with?
Well, I would honestly rather... Okay, I'm going to be 100% real here for a second. Full disclosure, full honesty. Hold on a second. Let me get this guy's muted. Okay, so oh, shoot, Dave joined.
Doesn't matter. Continue.
Okay, anyway, what I was saying was that... Oh my god. Okay, continuing. Okay, what I was saying
Epic
is that
rebuttal.
I spoke to Drew here because I was worried about you. You were probably wanting to take me out beforehand because, we've had a rocky past, especially, what I did in Season 10 Redux. when
That
I
didn't happen. That's non-canon. It's a story.
Yeah,
Or
what are you talking about?
Okay, good point. Okay, anyways, I was still a little bit worried about that because, we have a rocky history, and I wasn't 100% sure that you had gotten over our rocky history.
And okay, so again, that doesn't change that you conspired with the enemy.
Yes, but all I did was give them advice. I did not give them gear, I did not give them information, I gave them advice. Like, do this so you don't get killed as quickly.
So you gave the enemy we were at war with advice, and then you're.
Pointers.
But why would you do that?
I gave him pointers because what was I supposed to do? Give him information? But yeah, let's get back to the main topic. But recently,
No, I
you
want to
made
keep going on this
nuh-uh,
point.
nuh-uh, Luke. Look, Luke, I'm on the same topic. You're gonna listen to me, okay?
Wait,
Moderators,
Fred. I
please.
will say, let him have his counterpoint, and then you may move on. Keep it in your
All right,
mind, please.
make your counterpoint.
Fred, the situation as you're describing it was that you were scared Lopad was going to turn on you, so you went and you conspired with the enemy. And then when Lopad turned on you for doing that, you're surprised. That makes zero
Well,
sense
I
to
was
me.
not conspiring with them. I never gave them information. I never did anything vital. And I was
You're giving
with
them
you. I
advice,
killed them.
and you're doubting your loyalty to Lopad and the cause in general.
I know, but here's the thing. After that, I
Another thing,
I sided with you twice. I sided with you that battle twice. I was still killing them for you. You already confronted me about this before, so this cannot possibly be the reason that you actually declared war on me.
what's even more appalling, right, Fred,
Mm-hmm.
is that you do this. You go to conspire with Drew, okay? And we didn't even declare war after. I just let that slide. I'm like, okay, he's with us now. And then you declare war on K Dinosaur, one of my closest friends, allies.
He's a really
Okay.
great man. Let me butt in here. K Dinosaur is a really great man. I will say.
Yes,
Same.
All right then. Okay, Luke. Here's the deal.
it's essentially
did
you're
not-
bullying him.
Nah,
He's a smaller
I did not
faction.
declare war on K Dinosaur. K Dinosaur declared war on me. He declared war on me. We had come to an agreement before he had declared war on me, and then he declared war on me. Okay? I did
Fred,
not declare war on him. I did not want a war. He declared war on me.
if I can get a word in,
Go
Fred,
ahead.
what happened was you told K. You explained to him. You said, "Hey, if you don't change your name for copyright infringement, I'm gonna take you over." That's what you told him.
Yes, I did tell him that. And he said, okay, and I was like, all right, thank you.
And then you're surprised he declares war.
Yes, over a name. You don't declare war over a name unless
You're the
you're
one.
that
You
protective
don't
about a
take
name.
over
You were the
factions
one
over
willing
name
to
either.
invade over it.
Yes, I was willing to invade over it, but I did not
So
attack
you
him.
just
He
wait.
said,
Hold on.
okay.
Hold on.
I went. No.
Excuse me.
I went with the peaceful option first. I made an agreement with him. We agreed. We said, okay.
Fred, true or false? Did you say you don't go to war over a name?
I did just say that.
Were you
I
at
mean,
any point wanting to go to war over a name?
okay then. Let me repeat what I was saying. What I meant was, you don't betray a complete agreement to go to war over a name. We came to an agreement over the name. Then he just broke that agreement and declared war on me over that name. That's what I
I
meant.
see. That makes sense now. Okay.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
It's cleared up now. Now I understand. He went to war over a name.
Okay.
Lemon, do you have anything to add? You've been pretty quiet.
Honestly, I don't see an issue with K Dino besides the name, but I do think it's kind of selfish of him declaring war all over a name, even after they came to an agreement. I should have put that out there.
You are referring to K Dino being selfish, right?
Yes.
Thank you.
Here, let me clarify. What were the terms of this supposed agreement?
The terms were he kept the name as it was, and I didn't go in and wipe his ass.
Okay, so was this agreement fulfilled?
This agreement was fulfilled until he declared war on me.
So
Nothing happened between me and him until he declared war on me.
your terms or that he changed his name. Wait,
No,
let me
no, no,
frame
no,
it
no, no,
this
no,
way.
no, no,
Let me
no, no,
frame
no,
it
no, no,
this
no,
way.
no, 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 no. Let me make something clear real quick. He was
Okay.
not. He was not. He was not. He didn't name his faction Galeria originally. He was changing his name to Galeria from
Okay.
Jefferson.
Okay. So let me get this straight. Your terms were that he doesn't change his name. Okay.
Yes,
Now,
or at least
in return,
that he doesn't change his name to that.
okay. Let me clarify. In return for not changing his name, what would you not do?
I would not go in and bomb him, kill him, all the above.
Okay. It seems to me that you were saying that you were going to go to war over a name.
Well, not exactly go to war, more like go in, destroy
You just
everything,
said you're
kill
going
him.
to bomb them and kill him. That sounds like go to war to me. I
That's
don't
less
know.
of a war and
That
more of a
doesn't exactly
spam
sound
kill.
like
I
a
was
war.
going to just
Sounds like
kill
a war.
him.
You're going to kill him. You're going to murder K Dinosaur.
I was going to murder
Come
K
on, dude.
Dinosaur.
You're going to murder a man over a name.
Yes.
And then what? What do you think would happen? You're just going to murder him, then he declares war?
Well, sure, I was definitely expecting that, but I wasn't expecting him to declare war after we came to an agreement.
So,
And he said, okay. He agreed.
this all, really looking back, stems from you not wanting K Dinosaur to name his faction a certain thing.
Well, he was naming it in a very, very similar way by just swapping one letter from our name.
Huh.
Which, I mean, let's put this out there that Galeria was already a pre-established faction in season 9.
Yes.
Yes, but
I
it was
will
called
fact check.
Jefferson. It was called Jefferson at the time.
I will
until
fact
he
check.
took over
After you
Galeria.
left in the Exodus, Galeria was formed as a faction in S9 to take over the Galeria area.
That's true, but after season 9 ended, and we all returned from the Exodus, Aglaria. I mean, it wasn't Aglaria for a while, but it was Aglaria recently, but it wasn't until after Aglaria returned, and I told him don't call it a Galeria in the first place. He declared war on me after violating that agreement. He violated the agreement, declared war on me.
Yeah,
Wait,
but
so
you would
that-
have went to war with him if he didn't change his name, right?
To reiterate, I would have murdered him, not have gone to war with him.
But you said murder and bomb him earlier. Fact check.
Murder and grief him.
So you're going to
Dude.
murder and grief over a name, which is essentially going to war.
Well,
No, that's
Fred,
just breaking law.
planning-
he's pinning you down.
Hey, in fact, Fred, you're going to break the world law against K Dinosaur because of a name. Is that right?
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
That's going to war.
And that, in your view, that's okay.
Yes, that's okay.
Okay, that's all we need to hear.
All right.
So
I'd like to clarify, breaking a
go ahead.
war law is not the same as going to war. I think
Mhm.
Fred is really justified for threatening K Dino for the name. But I don't think that's equivalent to declaring war, I think those
Well,
are two very
his
different things.
words were grief and kill.
Yes, breaking world laws. I don't feel like they hit those words and going to war should be in the same sentence.
Okay, I'm sorry. He wasn't going to go to war. He was going to break world law and murder K Dinosaur.
All right.
Well,
So
hold
over
on,
a
let me
name.
check something.
I don't want things to get caught up on the
Now,
name
hold on,
issue.
hold on just a second. Hold on.
Form your closing
Let me-
arguments, and we'll move on to the next subject, please.
All right, so
I
I'm
said all
looking
I need
through.
to say. Fred admitted that he would grief and kill over a name. That's all we need to.
Okay, Fred, we'll let you continue with what you guys say.
Okay, so I checked world law, and I was remembering something about if it wasn't an acclaim, it was free game. But as it turns out, that's not true. So that would have been breaking world law. And does he have a claim now?
Yes.
He's
Okay,
actually,
then.
if he
He's
doesn't
had
have a
one
claim,
since it
doesn't
was
matter.
first being established.
True. And when was the claim made? I mean, when
I don't
when
know.
was the claim system
The
created?
same day
Um,
Jefferson was created. I don't have a
I
specific.
I will fact check. I'm pretty sure at the time of the whole declaring war over name thing, that there wasn't a provision banning you from briefing someplace that didn't have a claim. That's a pretty new law.
Well-
Before it was very specifically just bypassing a claim. was a world law, but we changed it.
Oh, hold on. Let me fact check this because, of course, the date that Lopad finally decided, or what's his name, Fred decided to go to war with K Dino. You made a video on it. Can you look up the date on that video?
Of course, it's not that hard. It was it's a bit off, but we can assume it's around the same time. We have. Let's see. Where is it? I think it was on the other channel. 1 second.
Okay.
K Dino versus Fred epic Minecraft battle 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
Who named that?
The large-scale griefing law was put into effect September 10th, 2023.
Oh. This was. What's the. September 23rd.
So, way after. Is that right?
Yeah.
Then I was probably thinking on the old rules, which were not in effect then. I apologize.
So, Fred, true or false? If K Dino changed his name to Galeria, you would have griefed him. True or false?
At the time, under the belief of the old laws, yes. But however, knowing the new laws, if I had known the new laws at the time, I would have gone to war. Basically.
Okay.
Does that wrap up the subject? Does anybody have anything else they'd like to add?
The subject is wrapped
Another
up. Let's
question
move
for you,
on.
Luke.
Okay.
What is your
Moving on
thought
to the
on
next thing.
Mephisto's new ideology?
The new subject is Mephisto's ideology. We'll start with Lemon.
As of during the war, after the naval battle, I decided that Cavalierism and Mephisto is no more. And I want to hear your thought on that because I believe it's a big factor in you declaring war on Mephisto and trying to wipe out Cavalierism in general.
So you changed your ideology.
Yes.
Okay. Now, what do you think the implications of that are? What are you trying to say here?
I'm trying to say that Mephisto isn't as it used to be, as it was founded upon.
All right. Tell me this. This is my question to you. At one point or another, was Mephisto a Cavalier faction that directly contributed into the largest grief on Lopad yet?
Yes, of course. Mephisto was founded on Cavalierism.
And we're discussing, broadly, the start of the war, why Lopad declared war. Right.
Yes.
Okay. So with that, you've admitted that Mephisto directly aided in the largest grief against Lopad. And at one
Yes.
point, you were 100% Cavalier.
Yes.
So how does this help your cause about why we declared war?
All I'm asking is, what is your thought on new ideology?
No, well, answer my question first. How do you feel about why we declared war? Do you think it was unjust?
Oh no, I completely think it was just. It's just.
So
I
you
don't feel
admit
like
you were in the wrong?
Shire.
You admit you were in the wrong?
Yes, of course.
So you're currently fighting a war where you fully acknowledge that you were in the wrong when it started.
Yes.
Wow. So far this debate, Lemon has admitted he's in the wrong, and Fred has admitted that he would grief K Dino if he didn't change your name.
I'm just gonna put this out here. Luke has been pinning both of you down. This entire thing is just so great.
You have yet to actually answer my question.
Let me answer. What's your question?
What is your new thought on the Mephisto's ideology?
What's your new ideology?
Christianity.
Christianity. I think that's wonderful.
That's all I needed to hear.
So
Fred, do you have anything you'd like to add?
I have no comments. This is their debate. Also, I do agree with your new ideology, Drew.
Good.
So does anybody else have anything to add to the subject of Mephisto's ideology?
No. Wait, I have one. If you've abandoned your old ideology and you admit the war was fully just for us to declare,
Yes.
okay, then why do you continue the war?
What else do? I don't want to give up on a war, and besides, this war has brought a bunch of attention to the server. I mean, thousands of people, not thousands, at least 50 people have joined within like 2 months.
100.
I don't.
What's your
150.
cause for fighting?
What? A cause for
What's your-
fighting. Do not give up. Because people like Jace, they don't give up when, the UWP thing. Jace didn't give up, but I feel like I should give up either on a war that I can probably win, even though my chances are
No,
low
but
as dead.
other than I don't know, getting taken over, like what's like the root, like you said your ideology is Christianity, which is Lopez. Like,
Yes.
how about that? Let me frame it this way. What does Mephisto stand for? And don't just say Christianity, but like in the context of the S&P, what does Mephisto stand for?
Bringing peace and letting new people in. So far, I've allowed like at least 4 spaggers into Mephisto. I've gave them resources, loot, a home, place to stay. Honestly, I just want to turn things around, because I hate being this bad guy to everybody.
Keep going.
Well,
Where'd bro go?
that's all I had for that subject. What do you guys want to discuss next?
I mean, it's the fact that you're like,
Okay,
oh, this war has brought a lot of attention to the server. Yes and no. A lot of the reason why there's a lot of attention to the server, I think, is because of a lot of the advertisement that we've been doing.
True. Also,
But-
I'd like to bring up a subject. Oh, sorry.
Okay, go ahead, Fred.
Okay, so Luke, you explained why the war on K-Dino was not good and all, but you never explained why you declared war. Like, you gave us a reason, like, oh, we killed that one Lopati guy on accident because he identified as one of K-Dino's soldiers. But besides that, we also never came to an agreement on the 32 diamonds thing because I did not believe that I should pay someone who would help K-Dino by giving him gear in the first place. So why did you really declare war on us, Luke?
You're asking why did I really declare? I've already explained it to you.
No, you explained why the K-Dino war happened. You never explained Lopad.
He actually did.
What?
Yes, I did.
Yeah,
Well,
he
you
explained
were
because-
mostly okay. You never mentioned during that first topic. You never mentioned what was the deal with that one quote unquote Lopati guy who was quote unquote with K-Dino. After I asked him, you a Galarian or K-Dino? He said K-Dino. I killed him. You never explained why you really declared war for that.
Okay, Fred, dementia is a real problem. I'm going to run it down again. So, moments before the Battle of Blocktopia, you conspired with Drew. Then you declared war.
So why
Okay,
didn't you?
Dinosaur,
So
as I
no.
just
Why
explained.
didn't you declare war on me then? Like immediately, like after seeing that, why didn't you declare war on me immediately?
Well, the reason I didn't just immediately declare war is because I was giving you the benefit of the doubt. I was going to let this slide. But then
Yeah, and I would have.
I see you declare war on our ally, K-Dinosaur. And then I'm like, huh. And then a
K-Dino.
Lopatian citizen is killed in the middle of the battle. Whether it was your fault or not, knowingly or not, all those events, they really prompted me to declare war. And I don't think you're in any place to criticize what I declare war over when you declared war over a name.
While I understand your thing about the name and all, I didn't declare the war. But going back to the first topic, we're not going to diverge again. So here's the thing. Maybe dementia is a real problem. I just completely forgot what he said. Oh my god. Okay. What was I saying? Okay, so that's right. You were talking.
Hey, Luke. It really seems you're trying to
I'll
twist it.
let you gather your thoughts, Fred.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I-
before you say
I-
any thoughts, Lemon, please.
Yeah. So we can just I'm
continue.
gonna think.
All right. Well, Fred gathered his thoughts. I just want to say, Luke, it seems like you're really trying to twist this into Fred being a big bad guy who's trying to declare war over such little things. When in the first place, he wasn't even declared war on. It was actually K-Dino. even though he made threats to break world laws. That's the same thing. I don't think this is equivalent to going to war. But you keep making out to believe that Fred was actually the one who declared war.
My thoughts are regathered.
I'll respond to what Lemon says, then you can go, Fred.
Okay.
So, on the subject of the K-Dino War, Fred tells K-Dino, this is the agreement. You will not change your name to Aglaria, and in return, I will not kill you, and I will not grief you, as Fred has described. Now, I think myself, that's pretty evil. So, I don't think there's anything to add to that subject. I think that was very, very evil on Fred's part.
All right.
And now, Fred, what do you have to say?
Okay, so in between K-Dino declaring war on me and me and K-Dino making that agreement, so in between that, I did not do anything to K-Dinosaur. I did not make any threats. We were actually talking peacefully. We were speaking, having a conversation. But then
Hold
after
on.
that
You didn't
conversation,
make any threats?
I mean, I didn't make any threats in between us making that agreement and in between him declaring war on us. That's not.
But you
I
have
didn't.
beforehand, right?
Beforehand, yes, I had made threats, but in between that,
So
I
you
had not made
threatened
threats. I was
K-Dinosaur before. Do you think K-Dino himself was scared or
me and
felt
him.
threatened?
No, Luke, you're twisting it. Me and him came to an agreement, and I would have willingly supported K-Dino on anything he needed, so long that he did not make Galeria or anything like that his name.
Put
And
yourself in
he
K-Dino's
declared
shoes.
war. If
You're
I was in
being
K-Dino's shoes, I would have never made the agreement in the first place.
so you're
But
telling us
he
you're a
made
weak leader who's willing to compromise on your name of your faction, the core of your faction.
compromisation. Being able to compromise is not weakness.
Yeah, but compromise, as you've described it, is do what I say or I'll grief you and kill you.
No, listen to me.
You would go along with that if you're in K-Dino's shoes,
Now,
yes or
here's
no?
the thing. When you're speaking about the name being a core thing, he was changing the name that was his core. He was changing that to something total. He was changing that to our core, what was essentially our core, just one letter off. Think about that, Luke.
So you're saying that K-Dino was essentially stealing your faction's identity.
Mm-hmm. That's
So
exactly what I'm saying.
okay, so and that identity has to do with a name.
Partially. There's also our flag, which was changed a little while ago.
So
You-
this still circles back to you being angry about a name.
Yes, but that name wasn't his core. His
Okay.
original name, when he first started all this, was Jefferson. It came from Jefferson. The only
Luke.
reason it was named there was also another thing I was angry about.
I'm sorry. hold up,
Galeria.
guys. Pause.
I apologize. Yes, Luke.
Look, this has all already been said like 8 times over.
We can switch to another subject.
All right, sure.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys, but like all this stuff you are saying has been said over and over and over again, and it's clear that there's not going to be any progress made. If everyone is okay with it, I would like to switch the subject.
Sure.
Does anybody have any ideas, or should I give one?
All right. I
give it.
do have another topic for this debate.
Go ahead.
So, if it were not for Zoelite, if Zoelite was not there to absolutely wipe us in that battle, what do you think your chances would have been? I mean, you still
pretty
had
high.
Broba, but I mean,
I
I've
think-
killed Broba before.
So we had
Yeah,
Stonewall
even
because
Dino.
I had
at
my
battle.
inventory in.
Not just then. Do you remember BattleBox in Season 9, Broba?
That was season 9. The fuck? I sucked back then.
No, you did not suck in
Broba,
Season
nah,
9.
let's
You
just
did
talk
not-
about how Broba completely wiped the Battle Box this season.
This
Props
season,
to
you
him.
absolutely wiped us, but that season, you made like 3rd place.
But
Yeah,
hey,
I know.
Fred,
Yeah, but there were no guns then. There were no guns in Season 9.
Fred, if Zolo had been removed from the battle, we still had probably the best tactician, Stonewall Dino,
That's
on our
right.
side. And who else? Who else did we have? We had Boba Fett, the best man in the entire server at PvP. And we still had several other people that immediately upon dying recovered their items in full. And you're trying to say that would have turned the tide of the battle? Let me ask you the question.
Well,
What would have happened when you ran out of cannon ammunition and you had to face this head on?
we had enough cannon ammunition to keep firing for at least 2 hours. So we would not have run out of cannon ammunition unless you hunkered down in that ship for 2 hours.
He's
but
not lying, by the
eventually
way.
we would have come kill you. I mean, Zola was able to board your ship and kill you with your cannons to no effect on him. So
That's-
what would you have done when the entire Lopet army all together board your ship?
Well, if the
Let's not
entire
forget to
Lopati
mention-
army if the entire Lopati army boarded our ship, we would have continued hitting. We could have continued hitting them with grape shot or whatever we had. But if a couple
But
of
you
them
did.
had managed to,
When someone
No,
boarded your ship, you didn't hit them with the cannon.
well, how are we supposed to hit one? We tried hitting one person, Kerbal, when he was on a boat, but the boats are too fast for the cannons. And
So,
yeah,
You're
that can't-
admitting when someone boards your ship, you can't hit them with cannonballs.
Well, it depends on how they board our ship. If it's like 5 different boats, we should have been able to hit them with grape shot. But when we're aiming at one boat, that's a little bit odd. But if you're
So
aiming
you're
at a group of
saying
boats,
it's
you can
easier
use-
to hit one boat by itself, or
No,
no,
it's
you're saying
it's easier
better
it's easier to
hit
hit
five
5
boats.
boats that are spread out in a certain area with grape shot than to hit a single boat with a regular cannonball, which was what we were using because
I
we
gotta
did not,
tell you, I have
we
no
had
idea
not-
what grape shot is.
you know,
What do you mean
the
the
canister
grape
shot.
shot?
Canister shot.
Oh, you mean the shrapnel?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, shrapnel's really cool.
Yeah, agreed.
Anyway,
What I like to
didn't-
mention is
I
What
didn't
were
see
you
y'all
talking
using
about?
the shrapnel.
We did not use the shrapnel during that fight. It did not occur.
Why
I did. We had split up the ammo among us, and we still have some ammo left
Among-
somewhere. And there was a lot of canister among that, so I think we just straight up forgot the canister that battle.
okay, let me describe this situation. You forgot the canister. The entire Lopet army is coming to your boat. Zolo isn't there. What do? You can't hit them
Guns,
with
muskets.
cannon.
When they
Guns.
get close,
When Zolo
guns,
boarded your
shotgun.
hey, Fred, here's the deal. When one person boarded your boat, your entire army could not effectively take him out. What are your
Well,
chances when
we
the
had
entire
not.
Lopet
Well,
army boards
listen.
your ship?
Listen, what I was saying to Jace earlier, I think I might have said this about something different, but we were not prepared for that battle. We did not have enough guns to distribute among our men for that battle. But still, we were constantly
You just said you
cannoneering.
would take them out with guns, and
Let's
now you're saying you
clarify.
didn't.
I had
It was
gun.
you
He had a gun. I'm not sure why you didn't shoot your gun, but did you shoot your gun?
Yes, I did. I would have clarified.
Okay, then.
It was you guys who weren't ready. I was perfectly ready. I had ammunition for like days.
That's
I
true.
was
You had
perfectly
ammunition.
fine.
That is true. You had ammunition and you had a
Roman
boat.
PvP.
It was me that was not prepared. I apologize.
Yes,
but
it was
what
you
about
and
your?
the Valerian forces and my Mephiston forces. I was the only
Yeah,
one. on our
you
side
you
who
were the
was
one.
actually prepared to go
So
to battle.
what about your guys? I mean, I armored up all my guys. I gave them all gear.
Oh no,
That
they were.
battle. I didn't
My
give
guys
them.
were not going to do shit.
Yeah.
If I could interrupt, it seems from all this, argument between you two, was that you were very ill prepared. Not everyone had guns, and you did not have any shrapnel. From what I can gather from that, if one member, Zolo, can board your ship without being taken out by guns, which you had very few of, without being taken out by shrapnel, which you had none of, how
Well-
are your chances even higher if the entire Lopet army boards it, including Boba Fett, who is much better than Zolo?
Well, to be honest, I did not see Zolo board the ship. I didn't even know if he was in the battle. So I have no idea how he got onto the ship, what method he used, if he
He used
broke into
the
the
boat.
hole or not. Did he get into the oh? So was this after I got killed by that one guy or before that? Because I was fighting Broba in the hole of the ship, and then the other
Nobody
guy
had
killed me.
been. I don't think anyone had been killed by the time on your side by the time Zolo attacked.
Yeah, I mean, I died before Zolo attacked because some other guy got into the boat and killed me.
I just don't get how you guys claim if it wasn't for Zolo, you would have won. When
Well, if
Zolo,
Zolo was not there, all of us would have charged towards your boat, broken into the hole, and tried to kill you as quick as possible with shotguns and swords and such. But
I just
we
wanna
did not
mention-
do that.
I just want to mention that Zolo really wasn't doing anything to you guys besides the Spaggers. I would say it was Roba who was really doing stuff because he actually
Well,
has
Brubba
experience.
did kill you. Yeah, but
He didn't
did you
touch
not
me at
see?
all because he sucks.
Okay, but
Wait,
here's the
I'm
thing:
sorry.
Zolo
I
killed
think-
all of your guys, all of my guys, but another guy killed me, and Brubba killed you. I don't even
Here,
know who the
can
guy
I-
who killed me was.
can I interrupt briefly?
I need to say something.
Whoa!
Though. I don't know if I may have misheard, but can we not slander players by saying they suck?
Yeah.
please?
Sure.
Cards.
I'm not saying Zolo sick at all. He killed like almost
I
every
heard him
single one of our guys.
say somebody
No,
said.
I'm
I didn't know
here,
who he was
right?
Yeah,
talking about.
that was me.
Right
My
here.
bad.
Just don't slander anybody.
I will not anymore.
Continue.
I mean, I think we're too tied up. I mean, this is a non-issue. We're discussing
This was a
what
hypothetical.
would have happened had circumstances been different, but they weren't. Lopad prevailed. We had Zolo.
We
And-
could have won if we just stuck to
you-
our cannons.
But you guys lost the battle. You're saying if this would have been changed and if this guy did this thing, then you would have won. But that's not how it works.
Well,
the
the
Battle
thing
of
is, it's true. We had plenty of guys, but you were sending some guys swirling around our boats that we couldn't shoot, and they eventually broke into the hull. But looking at all the reading things,
Strategy.
Zolo. I know, but Zolo had been killing. Like, did you not see the video?
Oh, I saw it.
Yeah, Zolo was just going at them, like bam, 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 bam,
And if
bam.
one member can do that, I don't see why all of Lopad couldn't.
Well, Zolo apparently has skills. I did not see Kerbal. I mean, I saw Broba get a kill because he killed Drew. I was running back towards the.
You
place
think
to
Proba
continue
has
the
more
fight.
or less skill than Zolo?
I believe. If I'm being honest, that's the only time I've seen Zolo in battle. So, I'm gonna be real. I'd say Zolo and Broba would probably have a fair fight in a duel.
Okay, regardless of that, so you're saying Broba's on par. So if Broba, who's on par with Zolo, and all of Lopad, Jason, myself, and what is it, 12 people in all? We all, besides Zolo, which would make 11, you're saying that you would have a better shot then because Zolo wasn't there and you would have won.
Well, that's true. I understand your point.
No.
But
so
no.
you're saying you would have won.
Let me make my counterpoint. Okay.
Okay.
So continuing. So we did not even see Zolo get on the boat. Like I saw Broba hop into the boat. I saw the other guy hop into the boat, but I didn't even see Zolo. Like Zolo, I don't know if he had a potion of invisibility or if he had just snuck onto the boat with crouching or whatnot. But he was killing, and it was saying slain by, not like. Okay, yeah, I think slain by applies to swords too, actually. So
It does.
I just
Okay,
want to circle back to the start of this subject. Your claim was that if it wasn't for Zolo, you guys would have won.
yes,
Is that right?
that is true.
I do not agree with that, but you guys can debate that.
So let me just say this, okay? Please don't interrupt me. So Broba, who you admitted was on par with Zolo. And
Well,
the entire
that's an
local
estimate at best.
You're
That's just a guess
saying
at best.
an army twice your size that you could have killed all of them because you would have saw them.
Your army was made up of like, I mean, I don't know if any of them were of the same skill as Zolo or even better than Zolo. I don't
We had
know.
Broba, who's on the same skill as you admitted.
Well, yes, but Broba could
So
be
we
taken
have
out
one
with a
person-
shotgun and a sword, and we saw Broba coming. We
one
were
person,
hitting Broba.
Same skill. Hey, one person, same skill as Zolo, plus 10 other people, and you're saying you would have won in that scenario.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, you're insane.
Okay, no.
Wait, so you're
Let me-
backtracking?
No, let me make my point. So, here's the thing. If Zolo was not at the battle, or if he had been killed earlier, we saw Broba coming on that little boat of his, and we were shooting at him. And thing is, I didn't see him get any kills besides Drew here. And, yeah, I think he might have hopped off the boat or something. But, yeah, I never saw him get any kills, but
If Zolo
it was all
didn't kill
Zolo.
you guys, you would have gone for your boat.
If Zolo hadn't killed us, we would have gone for your boat.
Okay. And you had
You
to
would-
face that puts you even more at a disadvantage. You have to face our cannon fire, which we had a great amount of, plus all our weapons. And it's not like you're facing
Okay,
it from
no,
a
no,
few people.
Okay,
you're fighting
you're
the
assuming
the
that all of us.
combined firepower
You're-
of all of Lopad.
Okay, we wouldn't all be charging. We would leave 2 or 3 guys behind to
So
man
your
the
chances
cannons
are
and
even
continue
lower
shooting
at
at
taking
you.
over the boat. Okay,
That's
so you
true, but if we have you and a couple other guys pinned down in the captain's quarters by shooting directly at your bed, then our guys would have been able to come in while you were trapped in there, take out any
Fred,
stragglers who were not in the captain's quarters, and
personally,
take out your bed.
I don't think it's very productive to say if this guy wasn't here, or if he didn't come in the boat this way, or if this thing didn't happen, if all those circumstances were not met, I would have knew in that moment the exact strategy that I've come up with in this moment to use for that.
That
You were making
was the
extreme
strategy in my head.
Really?
Okay.
Yes, really.
Can we get our closing arguments on this subject?
I don't see a reason to continue this argument since neither of us are going to come to an agreement about this.
I mean,
I know. Just
Fred,
give your closing statement on it, though.
my closing statement is that if, in the absence of Zolo, we had Broba and an army twice their size.
A poorly equipped army, twice their
No,
size.
all of them had protection 4, breaking 3, fire aspect 2, sharpness 4 or 5.
Did you train
all
them?
had guns. All had guns.
Did you train them, Luke?
All have been in the world for quite some time, except for maybe 1, 2 people.
I don't know. I only recognized like 3 guys on your side. I mean, I recognize.
Well, you
Jason.
rarely get on, Fred. So
I
that might be the issue.
I recognize Jason. Dude, I have never seen any of those guys on. Is one of them on the server right now besides Jason, you, and Broba and Zolo?
I mean, it's 12:35 a.m. So probably
True,
not.
but half of these guys I ain't seen online when it's the middle of the day.
Well, you only get on the night before battle, so it'd be hard for you to see
I was
them.
playing yesterday. I was. If I didn't have
He's
a
being
job,
pr-
I would be on every day. But I have a job, so
So you only played the night before battle.
no, I didn't work yesterday. I did. Okay, so yesterday was Friday. I didn't work Thursday. I was on Thursday, and I worked Wednesday, so I wasn't on then. And I think I was not on Tuesday because I was doing stuff. And on Monday, I was working on a project. I could have gotten on Tuesday, but I didn't because
Okay, that's irrelevant to all of it.
Well,
But I
just to wrap up, you rarely get on, is what you're saying.
I do get on pretty often, but I can't. But there's days where I can't get on. Is what
So
I'm saying.
you've just described 4 or 5 days out of the week where you can't get on.
I
And then you're saying
described.
you've never seen these people online.
I know, but I can usually. Today's only Saturday, so I've been on 3 days of the week. So tomorrow, there's only 7 days in a week. Hold on a minute.
Fred, when do
Okay.
you usually get on?
Please skip.
Usually, I get on in the evening hours around 4, 5, or 6.
Do you know the battle happened at, what was it, 1 p.m. Central?
The battle happened at around. No, wait. That was not 1 p.m. That was like 2 or 3.
Okay.
No, wait.
So-
I'm in the east. You're in central.
Fred, the big thing here is you get on at night. Those people were on earlier in the day. You don't get on every day of the week. Most days of the week, I would say. But
Yeah, but why would
And then
their
you're
schedule
complaining.
be on the absolute opposite of mine? Like they would probably be they wouldn't be on the exact days that I'm not on the exact hours. Like
Bird Prod
that
69,
makes no sense. Yes.
you're making the claim that you don't get on as much as everyone else, and that you only get on at specific times in the evening. And
Yeah,
now
but you're saying
making
that
the
they
claim
don't
that-
get on at those
okay, let me
specific
continue.
times.
Oh my
Excuse me.
god.
Oh
you're
my
making
God.
you're making the claim that because you get on at these very specific hours and you only get on certain times in the week, you're saying you have never seen these people ever in the server.
Yes, but what I was saying is what
Hey,
you're
I got a question
suggesting.
for you.
No, Luke. Let me continue.
I have a question.
Luke, shut up. What
I have a
I'm
question
saying,
for you.
Luke.
allow him to say the question, please.
Okay, say what?
My question for you is, do you think that it is reasonable that you, who only get on at specific hours, and you, who doesn't get on many days during the week, do you think that it is reasonable to assume that you don't see these people on because they get on at different times than you?
I know, but Luke, let me.
You're not answering my question.
Luke, let me counter you first. Let me
Yes or
say
no?
what I need to say. What
Answer
I'm
my
saying
question.
is, you're
Okay,
suggesting
you're not going to answer.
that these. No, you're not even letting me speak.
Let him go
What
ahead
you're-
and say it.
What you're saying is that these people get on at the exact opposite. Like they're on exactly when I'm not.
I didn't say exact opposite.
I know, but if I've
I said
never
earlier in
seen
the
these
day.
people,
I
I
said
know,
earlier
but
in the day. Many of them have bedtimes.
I know, but half those times I don't have a specific set time where I get on. That was just like an approximate. That's like an average. But sometimes I get on earlier in the day.
So you're
Sometimes I get on later.
tracking that
Bro, this
Okay,
whole
we
thing-
gotta move on.
I can't
this
even make
whole
my
thing's
point.
making me
Okay,
tweet.
both of you stop. Fred, give your final point. Luke, do not respond.
Okay. My final point is that if these people can get on at separate times, I understand why I wouldn't see them as often, but I would have seen them at least once.
Okay, Luke, you do the same.
As I made the point, Fred gets on. He says he has a job, and he said he gets on in the evening hours. And he says,
Well, I do
that
have
for many of the,
school.
hey, me,
No,
And he says-
Baxter.
and he says for many days of the week he doesn't get on at all. And then he's saying, I have never seen these people on before. Therefore, they've never been on before. And I think that's completely insane. And that's all I have to say.
I
Okay.
know, but even on the days
Oh
when
my god, okay, Fred,
Fred,
shut up.
we can't.
Shut
Dude,
up.
Lemon, do you have anything to add? Do you have anything to add?
What?
Lemon, do you have anything to add to this conversation?
This entire debate is pointless. You guys are debating about times. Literally, everyone does not have the same time zone.
Okay, and that's why I had to wrap it up. I wanted to.
No. Why are we arguing about times? We were trying to argue about in-game Minecraft.
To be fair, Fred brought up the subject.
He did. But I really wanted
know,
to
but
get because okay, look, we wanted
swapped
to.
subject.
My main goal here is to get everyone's perspective before the battle, and then I'll call you guys back together afterwards and see how things change. So, really, I just want this next section, the last section, to have to do primarily with the new system and the battle tomorrow, and how you think it's going to go. So, whoever wants to begin that, go ahead.
You go ahead first, Luke.
How I think the battle's gonna go.
Yes.
Yeah, and the new system and all that.
I think it's a very good idea to go in not believing you're gonna win. To over prepare, which you should do, Fred and Lemon. And
Didn't I tell
think
you that?
Huh?
Didn't I tell you that?
what?
A long time ago.
Oh yeah, you're the one that introduced me to that.
That's crazy. That was a long time ago.
Yeah, I remember. But yeah, I think that's a good idea. So I'm not gonna say I'm definitely gonna win or gonna lose, but I say our chances are very high. And with this new battle system, I have a beautiful strategy laid out, and I think it will go very well. And for the battle system itself, we just have to see. This has never been tried before. On paper, it works. We just have to see how it goes in effect.
All right. Hopefully this is the last subject because I'd like to go to bed soon.
It
But
is. That's what I was saying.
so we also have a strategy prepared for the battle, and I'd say that we have an okay chance of lightning struck, but I say we have a pretty good chance of winning as well. But we cannot guarantee a victory. We have an idea for if we cannot guarantee a total full victory, we have a plan to at least secure a partial victory. That's all I have to say about that. I'm not going to spoil anymore.
What I want to say is, bottom line, this is going to be a really fun battle, and let's just have fun at the end of the day.
Okay.
Whether we
Excuse
win
me.
or
Can I ask one thing first?
You can.
Yes.
Yeah.
Luke, where did you get that spear?
I crafted it.
No,
Did you craft?
in a battle in which we won, I think you died in it.
I
So,
didn't have
one
that
of our
spear
people-
during that battle.
One of our
Oh, that's-
people must have picked it up because I never crafted it.
I know, but I didn't make that spear till after the battle.
You must have used it during it.
But I didn't. I didn't have that in
Oh,
my inventory.
Fred,
I have
throughout
the
this
footage.
debate-
I'll look over it.
Throughout this debate, you have showed that you have dementia. You even admitted it.
I know, but I have footage. I will look over it. I did not craft that spear during the battle or hold on to it.
Question relevancy. Please.
I was asking him where he got it.
And I hate to be like that, but it's been going for.
It was just a
very long.
miscellaneous question. Like just something
It's
I was
okay.
wondering.
This has been running for over an hour.
Huh? All right, yeah, this debate's
So,
gone on.
I
way too
really-
long.
The last thing. Yeah, this is the first time we're going to be using this new system. I want to know your first impressions before going into it tomorrow. Like he said, it's good on paper, but how do you guys think it will work in practice?
All right, I'd say we're definitely going to have a few issues with battle. I was opposing the system at first because I believe there would be too many issues with it, but in thinking more about it, there will be a lot less issues than I thought, but there will definitely still be some issues.
Which is to be expected.
I think
Yes.
it'll work.
In my personal opinion. Oh no, it's all over. It's gonna be the end. Okay,
Yes.
What did he say?
not
You
What?
hear him?
It's not
He
important.
said it.
I didn't hear Broba. Like, it
Anyway,
sounded like-
I hate to say this, but can we wrap this up?
Yeah, this is wrapping
Yeah,
up.
agreed,
I just need
agreed.
Lemon's input.
For what?
How do
How
you
the
think
battle
the new
system works.
battle system's going to work in practice?
It's something that I'm not used to, but it'll be fun to do. It's always interesting trying out new things.
Now, I want everyone to be able to give their sort of final statement overall and their goodbye. So I'll start with Luke, please, to the audience.
Well, I'd like to point out when this debate started, and please do not interrupt me here. I'll not interrupt you. But when this debate started, let me look at the camera. When it started, Drew first told me, he said, "You tried to take over the world." Then he conceded that I didn't. And Fred, he was saying that he was right and just in the war with K Dinosaur. And then he conceded that he would grief and kill him over a name. And I think all that's to say is that I think I won. I think we demonstrated here, just through arguing this out, that Lopez the clear faction in this, that we have the moral high ground to say. And
Do we
it's
agree
not
with that,
me.
Drew?
It's not me putting these words into your mouth. What I pointed out, you both have conceded.
All right. So I would also like to say I have conceded on some points, but I still agree that the war with K Dino, while in its beginning was most likely an error, an unjust error on my part, but your joining into it was constructed on pure BS.
And
Is
Lemon.
that your final statement?
That is my
Oh,
final
it's me?
statement.
Yes.
I just want to say this is a really fun debate, and I hope we can do it again. And wait, who's?
Just go ahead.
Him.
I think I'm schizo. Yeah. At the end of the day, if you're level 3 yacht, call me up.
Okay, so I guess with that, we'll wrap it up. Anybody have anything to say to close off here?
All right, I do have one thing to say. Luke,
Oh no, he's gonna go on some fucking long ass debate. Okay, go.
no. Win or lose, I'm gonna put you down with my trench broom. Win or lose. Get back from me with that thing. Get back. Get back.
Hey,
Keep it civil here. Keep it civil here.
Don't point that gun at me. Sit
Okay.
down. Sit your ass down.
With that, we'll say thank you for watching and tuning in to this very insightful debate. I was surprised.
That's one more.
And yeah,
Dude, how do I get-
goodbye
how do I get in?
from all of us. Good night and stay safe.